Hi, I'm Kaylee. First, I would like to start by saying thank you. Thank you to all of our family and friends for joining us here today. To all the techs that have helped us for the past 2 years. To Bob and Charlotte, Jack and the employees of Sharon Regional for giving us such an amazing experience for these past 2 years. I think I speak for myself along with my classmates when I say we literally would have never made it to the point that we are today without everyone here in this room. It's honestly crazy to think back to August 20th, 2012 when we started this program. And as Casey said, we really didn't know what to expect. I never thought I would end up having as much fun as I had and gaining all the friendships that I did. We were very blessed to have such a devoted director, Bob. You honestly put so much time and energy into our class and preparing us for the biggest test of our lives. I've never seen someone have as much heart for their students as you have, so thank you. Our clinical advisor, Charlotte, you spent so much time with us in making sure we knew every position and every scenario when we might need to do something out of the ordinary. With all the time spent on positioning labs, patient care, making sure that we knew everything and that everything would be perfect to become the soon-to-be techs that we are. To all the techs in the hospital, Hermitage and Hubbard, you have endured the past 2 years with us, so congratulations for that. You guys were like the hands-on teachers. You were always there, you know, when Charlotte had the first years and couldn't be there for us all the time. You helped teach us like the tricks and tips that we might not know otherwise. And to my 5 classmates, it's been quite a ride with you, and I'm honestly heartbroken to see it come to an end, but I know what we have is something special and that it's not just going to end behind these doors. The memories and the friendships that we created during the time that we spent here aren't going to be ones that are going to end anytime soon. And I love you all more than anything, so thank you. When I was chosen as the student speaker, everyone made jokes about how long I would talk and make sure I have a time limit because, let's face it, I'm Kaylee and I could talk for hours and never run out of air. And I promised that I would keep it to a minimum, so if you guys can give me just about 3 more minutes, I'm going to wrap this thing up. Literally. Maybe.
Maybe.
Give us like 4 more minutes now. All right, second years, let's kick it. X-ray school. X-ray school. All right, stop. Collaborate and listen. Second years are back with a brand new confession, something. They grabbed a hold of us tightly. Radiation, patient cares, X-rays excite us. Will it ever stop? I don't know. How else are you supposed to know the X-ray flow? Bob and Charlotte put it together. We made it through school, through all the stormy weather. First, we started out as strangers, 6 different girls with all the same majors. Deadly is what I thought we'd be. Test on the second day and barely got a C. Luckily, Bob took the reins and showed us all that we still have brains. Now we know all the parts of the tube. We can probably put it together like a Rubik's Cube. X-ray school. X-ray school. X-ray school. X-ray school. KDT math, anatomy, all the positioning labs. OMG, we owe it all to Charlotte Roth. Without you, we'd still be lost. Sherry, Doug, Tiff, and Christy, all the classes you taught were pretty nifty. I still don't know how you managed to teach all of us. All the jokes you played, you never made a fuss. We went into clinicals, just a bunch of first years feeling like fools. We only knew 2 simple views, chest, P8, and lateral. That's so old news. We started to meet all of the techs. You taught us about code glue and soft tissue neck. Flora, Witt, Doc, Kaminsky involved lumbar punctures and arthrogram knees. Nuke med, ultrasound, MRI, CT, pain clinic, and surgery. We started to get our competencies at Sharon, Hermitage, Hubbard, and Sandy's. We went from first year to second year, 1 week break. Next year would take forever. We just couldn't wait. Met the new students, there were boys and girls too. We told them about their first year. There's so much to do. So take your time and don't look back. Next year you'll be graduating, that's a fact. Can't believe we made it through. Student portfolios and correct text too. Listen here first years, don't wait. Start your work now, don't be late. To everyone here, we'd like to say thank you. Without each and every one of you, we wouldn't know what to do. X-ray school. X-ray school. X-ray school. X-ray school. here, graduation day, and there's just one thing I'd like to say. To the 5 of you, you're some of the few that I love and will miss too. I couldn't have asked for a better class. With 5 other girls, there's a ton of sass. You're like my sister, not just my friend, and always know I'll be there till the end. We've laughed and cried like families do, and that's why I'll be so blue. When Monday morning comes, things won't be the same. I guess that's when my life turns so lame. Past 2 years have been a blast. I can't believe they went by this fast. So we're out, the class of 2014, the lean, mean radiography machines.
Now you have some concept of what I've done for 2 years. With that, I'm going to introduce Charlotte Roth, who's going to present the Student Excellence Award.
I'm not going to rap, so.
I know how to follow that.
Who would have known? Holy cow. Kaylee Nash talk a lot could also rap a lot. That was really good. Really good. Did you write that yourself?
Yes.
Did you guys help? No. That was awesome. I mean,
They had no clue until Monday when I was like, oh, by the way, I'm rapping. Can you guys help me convince Bob?
and now I have to follow that. Anyhow, like Bob said, this is what we had to deal with for the last 2 years.
Yeah.
Truly, they are amazing girls. This has been one of my favorite groups because they've, for the most part, gotten along. I mean, every time there's a little clash here and there, but they're good girls. They get along. They help out in the department. They have a lot of initiative. You know, they're go-getters. They're there for each other, and they're there for the department too. So it's been a joy and a pleasure doing that. And I'm happy to see them go, but it's a sad thing too because I think we're kind of close, you know, especially the first year because we do spend a lot of time together. Second year is a little bit different. But you know, starting with Kristen, she's going to be getting married shortly. So you know, we've heard about her wedding plans and some things she likes to bake. She's a good baker, right? And she's just very sweet. Kristen, you can't get mad at Kristen. You just can't. Then there's Casey Hanahan, who is amazing. She's very studious. And we've seen changes in Casey where you could tell that her focus really changed and she really wanted to be in the department. And just the way she treats patients and her understanding and the way she does exams has just been awesome. And I'm not going to say anything about Kaylee. I think you already know she is Kaylee, which is a good thing. She's kind of relieves a lot of tension sometimes when we need to, with her rapping or talking or whatever. But also, there in the department, there were some days when we had to do inventory of the rooms, and Kaylee would do the whole department by herself because she just decided to do it. So she's truly amazing. Then there's Raquel. Raquel, you know, they're all studious. They're all wonderful. They get good grades. But Raquel, amazing because there was a time when she was working 3 different jobs. And to me, that was just very impressive because I work one job and it's difficult, but she was going to school full-time and also working 3 jobs and doing what she had to do to be successful. And I just, you know, that really impresses me what you've done to get through and get where you are today. And Casey, you know, I was going to focus on the fact that you were 18 when you started here. You know, she already picked that out herself. But, you know, we've got other 18-year-olds, but everyone else was a little bit older and at least been out of school for a year or maybe 2 or 3 years. I'm not even sure. But she was brand new and fresh out of high school. So she was a little different point in her life, but she completely changed and has shown a great level of maturity. And she's also a sheep herder, as some people would like to refer to her. She has a farm and does all kinds of cool things with animals and you know, shows animals and stuff like that. So it's just great. And Emily is very comparable to Casey because she's into the showing horses, riding horses, and I've always loved that. So I always was kind of, I don't know if jealous is the right word, but I wanted to do that growing up, and she got to do that. So I just think that's a cool thing. And her and Casey kind of go hand in hand and do a lot of that stuff together. So, but you guys are all great. I think you've worked great together, and you've been there for the department and for us and Bob and done what you had to do. So thank you very much, and thank you for letting us be a part of your lives too while you've been here. about a Student Excellence Award. And, hi Julie, come on in. One of our other techs is here. And I'd like to make sure people know Julie's a big help. She's been in the department and helped the girls too. So every year, we give a Student Excellence Award. And it's for the student with the highest overall GPA. And it's always close because our students do work really hard and they do all focus. And but there's one student that stands out, and this year our Student Excellence Award goes to Casey Hanahan.
Okay, so I want you all to realize this is a great class, okay? And I appreciated the opportunity for being able to share everything I know with them, and the things that they've shared with me has always helped me to grow. Students always teach me something every year, and I've learned a lot in this group, and I appreciate it. So at this next part is important to me because this is the pinning ceremony, and this is what it's important to them and important to me. And what we're going to do is present to them a jacket, a diploma, and their pin. When they're finished, I'm going to ask each of them to turn around. If anybody wishes to take a picture, that would be an opportunity for you to do that. And maybe to help us do that, Andrew, I wish you would come back up here. Yeah. Andrew, I'm going to ask you to help us present the jackets, if you would. Okay? So the first person I'd like to introduce in the graduating class of 2014 is